Welcome back to the Scorpio channel. My name is Laura. I'm going to do a general message for you. Know that energy is fluid. The roles could be reversed. Always interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Also, if you're new to my channel, I like to go deep within my reading. So I look at everything. We don't just look at to see whether your person's still thinking about you, whether they're what they're going to do, what they did do. We look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, to see how they play out as karmic themes within your experience. This allows you to be able to break karmic cycles that keep you in a place of limitation. It allows you to a lot of times just shape shift your situation because when you change your energy, you automatically change the energy of the relationship. And when we're dealing with karmics, that's pretty much what you want to do because karma means learn. And it means that this person's coming into your life to teach you. You may not, again, like the lesson. And that's why when we associate karma, a lot of times it's with bad. So integrating your shadows allows you to attract different types of people, allows you to play out the situations that are happening so that they play out for your best and highest good. All right, now if you want to enter into winning a free reading with me, you gotta like the video, subscribe to the channel, and write the word of the video in your comment bar. Okay, the word of the video is always the underlying energy that tells me why everyone's doing what they're doing. Let's see what that energy is. It is obsession, compulsive. I feel like you are connected, Scorpio, to somebody that is non-stop thinking about you. And they're non-stop thinking about you because you cut your energy off from them. They're not getting anything from you. And I feel like they were actually making themselves sick, thinking and ruminating because they feel guilty. They feel guilty, number one, over how they treated you. Number two, I feel like this person held back from you for a long time. And I also feel like um, they know that they should have apologized to you. They didn't treat you well. And they know that they didn't treat you well. The thing is, I think for a long time, this person didn't realize that you knew that they weren't treating you well. This person tends to I want to say go for lower hanging fruit. And for whatever reason, they perceived you to again, and it's not because of your looks, and it's not because of again the job, maybe because of the job that you have, but also I think just this person had preconceived notions about who you are. And I think just because you gave them the time freely, this person doesn't like who they are. So they're not going to really, you know, unless it's really flashy and it's like you have this like greatest life ever, this person is always going to think that they can get over that they're better. And that's why again they're obsessing over the fact that they realize that they have feelings and that they botched this connection up. That's the underlying energy. And I say that because there's fear, it was because of lies and illusions of what they wanted to perceive themselves as, and trying to create this uh, better than you attitude, but in a passive aggressive way, not directly, but like I'm too busy for you. I'm gonna ask other people to hang out, but I won't ask you to hang out. It'll be your birthday, and I'll give you the minimum, like tiny, like happy birthday, maybe a post on Facebook. But aside from that, I'm not gonna show you anything. I'm not gonna give you anything because I want you to stay in this perception again um, that I don't really like you that much, number one. And number two, that I am so busy and I am so great. So again, and so they know it's like betrayal. It's like because this person, even if they didn't get over on you, it's the fact that they were coming in with that in mind. That was their intention when they first met you. Feel like you said, you've been in separation from this person, and when you separated from them, it was mainly their ego got hurt. So they were like curious to see where you were, maybe if you were going to show that you were upset, and I feel like they would ask other people, they would stalk your social media, they were trying to pick up clues. But what happened is this person grew more and more emotions, I feel like. So I just want to see, whoop, time. I felt you had more time for other people than me, literally. That's exactly what they used to do. And that was the triggers. Like this person just didn't really, it was their passive aggressive way of making themselves appear like really important. Like, oh, all these other people want to spend time with me, and I don't really have time for you. Well, obviously, that would be a trigger. Um, Mask. I got tired of the mask you wore and decided to expose all your lies. So this is again your triggers with this person. I mean, I couldn't get any more clear. And I felt disappointed and angry because my expectations were not met. So again, this hurt you, Scorpio. That's how you know that the triggers were there. So let's see what this person thinks on a deeper level without anything else, like what kind of relationship or what they really think. I'm not going to give into fear. I know fear is only an illusion. So I feel like this person, now that they realize they botched up this situation, there's a part of them that's like, no, I really do feel connected to you, even though I did all that. And I, it would obviously be a lot easier for me to hold back and not come back to you. But it's like, I feel like it would be. I'm feeling controlled by people around me and I don't like it. It's pushing me to find my power again. So part of this person's mask that they were wearing is that they don't really, I feel like, have their own life. They have a lot of people in their life that tell them what to do. So whether it's people that they work with, that now they're taking care of a lot of different people in their job. Maybe it's again, it's a karmic, but whatever it is that this person pretty much wore a mask and acted more superior because they really couldn't be in your life because they had other obligations. But I feel like you being in separation from this person and then really thinking about it and being obsessive, where I feel like they're trying to manifest you back almost. They keep thinking about there's so much emotion. So, you know, that it's making them, instead of like the feelings for you going away, they're actually growing more. Love like ours can change the world. And I feel like this is what they think because when you first met them, this is actually what made them think lower of you, to be honest with you. When you first met them, they could tell how much you liked them. They could feel it because there was a spiritual connection between you and them. One that it took them a little while to actually figure out, and it wasn't because they didn't feel the connection, but it's because they're not good with their own emotions. So they were detached from their emotions and they were like, why am I feeling something? Why do I feel like I've met you before? Why do I feel like I know you more? So they were more like trying to again logically figure out the connection. So they were a little detached from it, where when you met them, you felt the connection instantaneously. So now they are assuming, like, if you still love me the way that you did, like our love can accomplish anything. If you still care about me the way that you did, anything's possible. I long for your kisses and your touch, which always the passion is what makes people come back. People wouldn't bother coming back, right? I mean, why would anyone bother to do any of it? Last one. Clear the illusion of the 3D world. Don't take everything at face value. There's a lot more going on spiritually and energetically than you can see. So I feel like this person still isn't out of their situation. However, being uncomfortable, and part of the uncomfortableness is people are controlling them. And then on the other spectrum, there's feelings for you are growing, that's actually pushing them out. So this is saying, like, just because you don't see anything happening doesn't mean that things aren't happening. Things are happening internally for this person, where they're figuring out what's important to them. They have to make changes in their life. They have to process what's going on, and this person is not emotionally intelligent, so the process is not a fast process, because everything that they feel intuitively, they question logically and analytically, and they procrastinate and they procrastinate and they procrastinate because they're making changes. It's not an easy process. So that's why I'm saying you may not like see anything, but things are happening. And so that's what Spirit really wants to say. Now we can pull a few to see whether you're going to take this person back. But the truth of the matter is, it's a collective reading. So if we're doing the story for just story purposes, like this isn't you, because sometimes, it's a collective reading. Some of you are going to take this person back. Some of you guys aren't. If it's a real connection, you will, because real connections are not perfect connections. They're usually ones that bring out your wounds. So person betraying you by, treating you like crap to make you perceive that you think less than yourself. Well, if the person comes back and they act differently to win you over, well, you probably take this person back if you have strong feelings for them, because the lesson is always forgiveness, compassion. But for those of you that say, well, this person didn't really come back, and I don't really feel, and everyone's is different. So again, I feel like your person, like, it's not as easy, because I feel like there's going to be setbacks. And the setbacks is that whenever you're changing your life, you're going to get resistance from people in the outside world. This person already feels controlled, so once they fight back, people don't just surrender. And so that's part of the thing too, because now every time they try to get out, they feel further and further away from being able to get out. That's not the real truth, it's the illusion, but it's making this person almost like get even more paranoid, because they know that they didn't treat you well. A lot of time has gone by. They were an asshole pretty much for no apparent reason. And so this person feels like, okay, well, in 3 to 6 months is like when this relationship will actually start to unfold. So it's not going to happen right now. It's going to happen though, because this person is getting so uncomfortable, and they're going to take that chance. They're not going to let their fear hold them back. So what other advice could we, pull into this story? Because it's pretty much cut and dry that the person like just didn't give you time, but that's because they had a whole other life. But it doesn't feel as if that person had like love. They had other obligations that became almost like a family, like bled into other areas of their life. So this person was like, I don't have a life. These people are controlling my life. And I think sometimes it's really difficult to tell the difference between guilt and love, and not until like we meet a person, and kind of at first the person would reject it because they would be afraid to be like, oh man, the person is stirring up all these feelings that they haven't had or were shut off for a long time, and now they're trying to process it. And so as a survival reflex, almost to push you away, but nothing would really make this person leave their situation except for unconditional love, except for that connection. And how do you know that it's real? Well, when a person actually comes back after they surrender their ego. This person looks like they're going to surrender their ego, and it's going to take a little bit of time, but it's happening. Harmony. I open myself up to the divine being within me. I am the image of God. Thus, I have the power to bring light into my life. I turn any darkness in me into something beautiful. In the absence of resentment, anger, or doubt, I find harmony. So, this person, like, I feel like because of their shortcomings, does have the power to trigger you. And those triggers are where your wounds are. That's where you're not really, you know, healed. So what spirit is saying is this connection is showing you where you need to create harmony in your life. Because again, their shortcomings, their portrayal as you may see it, because they didn't treat you well. If it created anger, a doubt within inside of you, well, again, that's where once you integrate that and heal that, you become more whole. Your relationship will actually be more balanced because once you find harmony in yourself, create that harmony in yourself, you create it in your environment. Otherwise, your relationship may hold resentment because you're like, you took too long to come back. Why did you treat me like that in the beginning? When it was really just this person's shortcomings, because it looks like they allowed themselves to, do for everyone else, to not really have a life of their own because they just, again, probably went through a lot of bad relationships and decided to not date as often and became friends, family, whatever. Those people were the ones that this person gave their heart to, but they gave their heart to in like through acts of service to a point that it became like this is what it's going to be now. This is the rest of my life. And that would create resentment, right? So this person also realizes the connection to you creates harmony within inside their life. And what is harmony? Harmony is balance. All right, I'm going to leave that there, Scorpio. You let me know how you resonated with this one. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.